Do you notice a huge moth sitting behind me? It is almost 6.5 inch wide, more than the ruler which you have in your geometry box. From where it has come from, let us understand more about it.
This huge moth is from the emperor moth family. It is called Tussar silk moth. Known for its luxurious fabric with rustic appeal, the tussar silk is extracted from the cocoon of this moth. The silk is produced mainly in the eastern region of India, Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, West Bengal. The tussar silk moth are pretty large, between about 6 to 7 inches wingspan, with males having large feathery antennae. This moth has emerged from the top of this cocoon last night. This one is a male, so you see a large comb-like feathery antennae. The wingspan is almost equal to my palm length. I also measured the wingspan of this moth with a thread and it is 6.5 inches wide. See the mysterious transparent windows on the wings, which add to the beauty of the moth. This eye-like circular markings have concentric rings of beautiful multicolors and is transparent in the middle. This is indeed a remarkably absorbing sight of brownish large moth with lovely pattern of maroon, pink, yellow and black. As with many silk moths, the adult tussar moth lacks functional mouth parts and does not feed at all during their short adult lifespan. Its sole purpose as an adult is to reproduce, typically living only a few days to mate and lay eggs. Its life cycle consists of 4 stages: egg, larva or caterpillar, pupa or cocoon, and adult moth. The majority of its life is spent in the larval stage, about 25 to 30 days, and pupal stage, around 15 to 20 days, where it grows and develops before emerging as an adult. So while the moth's total life cycle from egg to death might span from 6 to 8 weeks, the adult phase is just a small fraction of that. The single female can lay 100 to 150 eggs. The eggs are laid in small batches in different food plants so that the competition for the food is reduced among caterpillars. The caterpillars feed on the leaves of the tree voraciously, not only for its own growth but for the metamorphosis and to produce silk to weave its cocoon. If you cut the cocoon carefully with the scissor, you will see the brown pupa inside this woven cocoon. The tussar silk is also called wild silk, and there is a specific reason for this. Here the silkworms are not domesticated, but they feed on wild trees. The cultivation of silkworms, also called sericulture, is done by the tribal community. The farmers collect the eggs and place them on the fresh leaves. Once the larvae hatch, they feed on the leaves and grow rapidly, and after a few days they start making cocoon around themselves. The cocoons are shelters and offer protective layer for the pupa inside and also provide right temperature and humidity to help them transform into adult moth. Normally, to extract silk, the cocoons are boiled with the pupa still inside, and hence for most of the worms the journey ends here. But not always true for the tussar silkworms. Here is the interesting part. There are 2 methods for extracting yarn to produce tussar silk: pure tussar and tussar ghicha. Pure tussar is made using undamaged cocoon, which means larvae still inside the cocoons are boiled, so the larvae die inside. On the other hand, the tussar ghicha is one in which the moth emerges out of the cocoon, making a hole at the top and break out free before the cocoons are boiled and therefore remains unharmed. This is why tussar silk has earned the name no violence silk. There has been a renowned interest in it by the designers and the textile enthusiasts as it offers ethical practices in fashion and it's environmental friendly. The tribals of Bihar, Orissa, Jharkhand, West Bengal, and Chhattisgarh are skillful in extracting tussar silk from the cocoon after the moth emerges from it. I hope you had a good insight of a tussar silk moth and how no violence or wild silk is extracted. It was delightful for me indeed to find its cocoon of this moth thrive in an urban environment. So explore your surroundings. I am sure you will be amazed and will appreciate nature better and hence conserve. Thank you and bye bye for now.